Hi everyone, welcome to Linguistics and Literature. Today I'm here with a beautiful topic that is phonetics and phonology. You know that phonetics and phonology are the two important topics from linguistics, and we have been discussing the phonetics, phonology, and all other topics from linguistic. And today we'll try to know about what is the difference between phonetics and phonology. You know that both are related terms, but what is the slight difference between them? We will be discussing. We'll come to know about all the concept. Just two people have to watch the video till the end. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel Linguistics and Literature. Thank you so much. Now we will start. The difference between phonetics and phonology. Know that phonetics and phonology are two related but distinct branches of linguistics, both dealing with speech sounds but from different perspectives. You know that I have already told you. Phonetics and phonology both study about the basic sounds of a language, but there is the difference between them. So, what is that? We are going to find out. Phonetics. Phonetics is the study of the physical properties of speech sounds. It focuses on how sounds are produced. Articulatory phonetics, transmitted acoustic phonetics, and perceived auditory phonetics. Phonetics deals with the actual sounds of speech known as phones and examines the physical process involved in speech sounds. So, one thing we could come to know about the phonetics deals with the actual sounds. The physical sounds means that the physical properties of the sounds means that how a sound is produced in a language, the specific sound of a letter, a symbol in a language. Got it? That is studying about that very thing is what our phonetics. One thing, but now there are three things. The phonetic has three types. Uh, One is articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics. Now, all three types of phonetics have their own functions, right? Phonetics deals with the actual sounds of speech, mean actual sounds, actual, the sound that is actual for the specific letter, the specific symbol. When we study about that sound, that is what our phonetics. Now, a sound can perform differently in any word. That is different thing. We don't have to say that this sound is different. Now we will say this is also phonetics. No, that will be different. Now, specific sound of a specific symbol, specific letter is what your phonetics known as phones, and examines the physical processes involved in speech production. This in the speech production, the sounds, how the sounds are produced. Studying about all these things are what our phonetics. Now we are having example. This is a kind of complex example, but it is very interesting. You need to listen carefully to understand the example. The sound p in pat and spat are phonetically different. Now, what we said that phonetics deals with the actual sound of the letters, the actual sound, the physical properties. Now, in these words, there are two words. One is pat, another is spat. Now, in pat, there is aspiration. I will read all these things, all the sentence. In pat, it is aspirated. Means there is pat, there is aspiration. P, p sound is produced. A small puff of air follows the sound, whereas in spat, it is unaspirated. Mean one is p, another is pa. One is p, another is pa. Why? Because the as position of the sounds is different. That is why they are pronounced differently. Now, what is this? This is what study of phonetics. Got it? we will see now. The International Phonetics Alphabet (IPA) is used in phonetics to represent speech sounds accurately across different languages. IPA. IPA, you know that International Phonetic Alphabet. You know that the alphabet and the letters in alphabet are having the specific sound in every language, in any language. When we study about these languages, what is that? That is these sounds. What is that? That is our phonetics, right? Phonology now. It's also studying about the speech sounds, but what is the difference? We'll see. Phonology, on the other hand, is the study of how speech sounds function within a particular language or languages. Now, the term function comes here, means there was a specific sound. We studied about that. It was phonetics. Now, the specific sound goes with other sounds in a word. Now, it can have different sounds. It can have different sound. Why? Because now it is influenced by other sounds and it can perform different sound in a word. We will see it focuses on patterns of sounds, how they are organized in the mind. Now in the mind I have already told you, and the rules that govern their use. Phonology examines phonemes, the smallest unit of sound that can distinguish meaning in a language. Example is very important, you know. In English, the sound p and b are phonemes because they can change the meaning of a word. For example, pat and bat. Now see, p is one sound, b is another sound. Now the rest of the sounds are same. At, p, at, pat versus b, at, bat. Now these two sounds are there. P and b are totally different by nature. They are different sounds. When we can't say these are the same. The studying about the differences of the sounds is phonetics. Phonology. We can say in Japanese, r and l are not distinct phonemes. They are treated as the same sound, which deals to difficulty for native Japanese speakers distinguishing between the two sounds in English. Like the Japanese speakers are facing difficulties while speaking English language, because in English l and r, these both are glides. You know that glides, and these have their own functions. But in Japanese language, these function the same. So when Japanese speak English language, they face the problems. We can say this is also in phonology. Phonology is actually the function of sounds in different words. Like one sound can have different functions in different words. This also can be phonology. You have to keep in mind. Now there's a summary, short two definitions. You can say phonetics is concerned with the physical sound properties, what sounds are and how they are produced. This is phonetics. What sounds are and how they are produced. Phonology is concerned with the abstract mental representation of sounds and their role in language structure. That's what I have told you, that means what is the sound and what is how it is produced is your phonetics, and how that produce sound functions, and how the mental representation of the sound is what your phonology. So this was today's topic. I have done this topic very carefully and beautifully. If you have understood this topic, that is great. If there are still problems, you people can contact me. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz.